Okay. Hi, everybody. This is what my reaction is to. And then I have the Strength card. And then the Six of Cups. So the energy I'm getting here is, I feel like someone is trying to maybe get away from something. Maybe like, I feel like somebody's trying to sneak away or trying to get away with something, having to look over their shoulders, maybe questioning whether people know this or don't know this or who knows what. I feel like there's this energy of wanting to still kind of like get one over on someone or get away with something. I feel like this is representing like someone who you used to know. And Strength energy, I'm getting someone may think that just because you were with them once that you would still want to be with them again. I feel like they're in their ego, and I feel like they may want to try to see if that's still the case. I'm getting like this is like something's not right, and it's almost like maybe they think there's some sort of time that's passed, and like maybe you don't remember all the things that they did, and if you do bring anything up, they're gonna argue with you about it, or I feel like they'll tell you what you want to hear. So let's get into this, because I feel like you're so happy without them. Like the cycle's been closed and you've moved on and you've learned the karmic lesson when it came to this dynamic with this person. I feel like you focused on yourself and what your spiritual team was like, hey, like let's focus on, you know, creating something new and mastering a skill. And then I have Justice. So I feel like you're over here, you know, mastering something, and I feel like they're over there feeling like whatever they've invested in isn't like getting them anywhere. So this is like they're comparing, and they feel like somehow things are unfair or unjust. Like they should be better off where they are, but they're not. There's this looking at a relationship here, some sort of partnership. I feel like maybe the one that they chose, or there's something going on here where there's a lot of disharmony and competition and chaos. And, you know, maybe this person thought that, you know, they could create this chaos and still be able to return back afterwards or something like that. I feel like somebody needs a timeout. I feel like there's energy here that is very abundant in their own right and doesn't really need this past partnership. It might have been a relationship. It could have been a family dynamic, actually. But then there's this Queen of Wands over here, and I have a King of Cups. So I feel like these are the two that are currently in the relationship right now. I feel like one is wanting to leave the other. I'm getting like fire sign energy, so that would represent the Queen of Wands. And then I have a King of Cups, who I think is in this energy. Where is it? Where are you? Here we are. Oh, they're hiding. I feel like someone's hiding something. Okay, I feel like they're trying to hide their intentions from this Queen of Wands, fire sign, Leo energy. And I'm getting like it's a King of Cups. I feel like they want to return to the past for some reason without this Queen of Wands knowing. So they're trying to hide this from them. Wow. I feel like they still want to see if they can invest elsewhere. I feel like they're reevaluating what they've invested in. And as a result, like they see someone who's far better off than maybe what they thought they would be. So I feel like maybe there was a bit of like going against one another. Okay, I feel like there might have been like confusion on purpose. So, okay. Three of Cups energy, party central. It's just Three of Cups. I feel like there was some sort of influence here. Okay, take it how that might resonate. You know your situation best. Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there may need to be some sort of going within and maybe tuning in and getting guidance. All right, I feel like Hermit energy too. So let's see. All right, think Spirit. What else do we have? Ace of Cups. Okay, so like love. Wow. Ace of Cups, Five of Swords, Ace of Swords. Wow. Look at this. Like, all the same color. Have you noticed? Like, they're all green, except for this one's got a bit of like wonky energy coming through. Right? It's like scattered showers. That's the weather. But I feel like regardless, there's clarity here, there's protection here, there's divine love here. I feel like this is like attack, like someone, I'm getting like someone waved an attack against the divine. So this very much could be like a spiritual battle here. And I'm getting like love wins, like love energy. And then we have truth, and we have deception and lying and slandering and, you know, having to hurt people in order to get what you want. This is like someone who takes advantage of people, places, and things, and it uses like, you know, manipulation, lies, you know, working a narrative. Okay. I feel like someone's being seen for who they truly are. Okay. So yeah. And I would say this is two-sided as well. Meaning the sword of light, right? It has like the shadow and the, you know, in the light side. So, and it's usually so that you can reach some sort of objectiveness, okay? Higher perspective here. I feel like somebody is gaining wisdom and knowledge about the higher perspective playing out here. And maybe what they did to a divine counterpart. Okay. Yeah. I work with other people to do it too. Oh, what is this? All right. What's Ace of Pentacles for money, mind you? And to, you know, and again, it's like, it has something to do with like this path. Okay. And having access to the path and being on the path. Okay. And it's the enlightenment path. It's the, you know, embracing the new. So there's something here that someone is being gifted, or somebody is gifted. All right. I feel like there was a lot of lying about the fact that somebody's not gifted or not receiving a gift, or for the intention of trying to take somebody out of the running, almost like sabotage somebody. Or have somebody sabotage themselves is what I'm getting, so that they're not on the path. They're not in their light. They're not creating from a place of light is really what I get from this card. It's like receiving that light energy and grounding it here in the physical realm, and through a creation of some kind, or having the ability to create. Yeah, here's why. Here's the reason why this is going on. And why the Ace of Swords is here. Yeah. You know, again, talking about being on the light, on the path of light. So yeah. I was picking up on a bit of karmic justice playing out here. Yeah, and then there's a Knight of Cups. Okay. Ooh, yikes, look at this tower. He's an upright. All right, so I have a Knight of Cups, somebody who's wanting to bring in a cup. But here's the thing. Look at what this energy is bringing and is dealing with. They're dealing with their own desires and operating from a place of desire versus clarity. Oftentimes, this is like a cloud of illusion. And there's 7 different cups, and they represent 7 different things. And we'll talk a little bit about these. So the snake represents temptation. The dragon in the cup represents passion and danger. And the Medusa look head with, you know, the weirdness going on up there, talks about obsessive thoughts. And then the tower or the castle represents false security. And then the jewels represents wealth. And the wreath is actually a hollow victory. And then we have the, you know, the veil, right? The one that's veiled, that represents secrets beyond our reach. Okay, it's like hidden secrets. So this really talks about like a shadow figure. It's kind of like the Phantom of Desire. And the 7 of Cups card is kind of talking about like someone operating from a place of desire and not really considering, you know, what if, right? I feel like there's one of these cups that this energy wants to bring to you. And I feel like the intentions are not good. So with that, I would say continue to go on that path. Your back is to this energy, and that is what's being highlighted as the direction to take, okay? I feel like they very much could be like wanting to be on the way, like in a sense of movement. I feel like they're experiencing, or there is some sort of massive ending. And I saw the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is that you're in like some sort of receiving mode here. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some sort of like receiving mode playing out here. All right, so what does this energy want to bring to you? What's this page offer? Ah, they want to talk. I'm getting that they want to get to you before everybody else does. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. Is that what that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. 3 of Pentacles can represent like some sort of let's see. Is this about work or work something out? Yeah. They don't want to, they want to let you know that they want to work this out, or they've lost their job or something. What's this? Somebody is leaving someplace and wants to come back to work something out. That's what it is. Somebody wants to sneak away, okay, from this Queen of Wands. Okay. Fire sign. All right. Is what I'm getting. Because this kind of is like if they were one place before they left. So if they left where they were and now they're coming back, that's what I would get from this 8 of Cups in reverse. I feel like whatever they entered into wasn't on their path. Like it was like a diversion. Yeah. Right? To get them unbalanced. For confusion. Yeah, this is kind of like what you put out returns back. So there's that. They learned that they're learning that the energy that they put out, they receive back. They're finding that out through some sort of karmic contract with this fire sign. Masculine or feminine, like don't get so hung up on the gender of things. I feel like they're carrying a heavy load. Like this is a lot of burdens. Okay. They're experiencing a lot of burdens coming after you and attacking a chosen one. Someone of the light. Okay? I feel like they underestimated you and who protects you and what you're here to do. So, yeah. See? Heartbreak and betrayal over here. All right. Magician popped up and then went back to the deck. All right. So, oof, the Chariot. I feel like this is... like I'm getting like boss energy. Specifically somebody who's on their path already, committed and devoted, persevering through whatever's happened. Maybe this is you showing up as the energy in the Chariot. Like, Chariot energy is you know, like in union with oneself, right? Balanced energy, feminine and masculine. So if anything, you know, you've experienced like a recalibration, and as a result, like you're activated. So whatever suffering you experienced, it activated you. And now you're of service of the divine, and you are fully supported by the universe. Look at all those stars. Decorated warrior. Okay? Warrior of the light. All right? You're tapping into ancient wisdom and knowledge, and you bring it forward. Okay? So it's like you're using your suffering as a way to bring forward knowledge and support, okay? As above, so below, okay? So this would be like beautiful energy. Yeah, the law of correspondence, okay? And a lot of us are experiencing these kind of bounce backs after difficulty. So, yeah, the moon. I feel like you have integrated your shadows. Okay. You have a very strong intuitive abilities. And you're here to work with the shadow and the light as one. Okay. So that again is in your higher self energy. You know, the Chariot also represents being able to be in touch with as above, so below, in a balanced manner, in feminine and masculine energy. Okay, so there's that. And then we have like a re-emphasis of that with the moon. And then the Knight of Pentacles is kind of, you know, slow and steady, moving at a decent pace, letting things play out naturally. There's a cycle to everything also with the moon. And I feel like this is understanding how it affects the physical reality. So I'm seeing the sun and the moon. So this could be like eclipse energy as well. Even maybe tapping into some like equinox. So if you're looking for a bit of timing, I feel like major things are playing out, specifically with the cycles, okay, that we all live by. This also can be yeah, isn't it? I think it is. Oh, okay. What's this? The Lovers. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of choice coming in. I'm also getting with the Lovers, this is like divine guidance. Okay? Because look, I feel like there's definitely a higher power here advising these two about their situations and how they show up and the perspectives that they have. And everybody has a free will choice. But I'm getting it's all about like, yeah, everyone has a free will choice. So it's about decision making. And then there's also this emphasis when you see the Lovers of the law of gender, right? So there's a feminine and masculine energy in everything. It's part of creation, and it's one of the 7 Hermetic principles. So there's that going on. Huh. Interesting. I'm getting like with the Chariot and the Moon and the Pentacle, Knight of Pentacle and the High Priestess. All right. Yeah, I feel like there's this quest. Okay. And not everything is illuminated, but enough to see where you're going, one step at a time, like slow and steady wins the race. You are someone who receives divine guidance when it comes to making decisions. And then there's this energy of also having access to hidden wisdom and knowledge on this path and journey. Okay, your mission here. Wow, that's powerful. Okay. So I feel like everything that you've experienced, right, through this hardships had purpose. Okay. And this is the purpose, like you being on this quest. Okay. On the path. Yeah. On the spiritual path. Right. Being open to receive wisdom. All right. And to be able to share it, right? Because it's like once you receive it, it's now in your awareness. And because it's in your awareness, you can share it with others for their highest and greatest good. And so there's this transition playing out here as well, right? We're all learning that we have created things that we need to close out and be accountable for as well. So this kind of talks about like the ego death and the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. And hopefully starting better, starting from a place of like love, right? And compassion and understanding and making the best out of situations and staying optimistic, and observant and remaining to walk that path of light. Very important here. A lot of page energy. So I feel like, you know, this talks about the potential, right? And doing your own research and looking things up that matter to you, doing things that you like to do. I feel like there are those that are observing and watching and learning and experiencing, and that's what it's all about. That's what we're meant to do here, is to create, which is beautiful. And then I have the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like, you know, you are doing what you came here to do and you're in your purpose. And sometimes it's hard when others don't celebrate you, but I feel like you're not focused on that. You're focused on you celebrating you because you're the one who knows like what it took for you to get here. And, you know, it wasn't easy, but I feel like you persevered and now you're being celebrated. And you know, yeah, people miss you when you're not in their lives, and that's something that they're responsible for, right? You might have had your own part, but I feel like you've settled that score with yourself. Empress energy. Yeah, you're meant to, you know, give and receive, all right? I feel like you're understanding all these concepts. You've learned the lessons of all the queens, and as a result of that, you're able to give back to humanity. And I feel like, you know, there's those in the past that you dealt with that are feeling the burden and are evaluating their lives at this time and maybe how they can contribute to humanity. Okay. I feel like it's Judgment Day and many of them are in their heads about what kind of contributions they've made to society. All right. The Nine of Swords is not great. I feel like there's been a lot of energy of lack, not feeling like they're good enough, a lot of competition, comparing, you know, slandering, gossiping, a lot of anxiety and fear, right? I feel like fear doesn't get us anywhere except for here, which is the dark night of the soul. So I feel like there's a wake-up call happening for humanity. And so everybody's going to probably need to do a bit of a life review when it comes to this new beginning, this new earth energy. I feel like this talks about, you know, mass awakenings and things coming to light and people waking up from illusions and, you know, really looking to, you know, have some sort of forgiveness for themselves, like just releasing the burdens once and for all. And I feel like there's this beautiful opportunity here to create from a new place. If you do the work, you know, there is this like beautiful release, okay? And there's this ability to create new again. It's like that purification process is what's happening. It's like we're seeing this out in the open everywhere. We're seeing all kinds of things like systems and processes no longer meeting the needs of those it's meant to serve. A lot of the times it just burdens those who need the most help. I feel like it's time to bring, you know, it's kind of like time to stand up for what everybody truly needs and stop creating things from a place of fear. It just keeps us stuck in this like system dependency. So it like creates codependency. And so, of course, if you're codependent, then you're easier to manipulate and control. And I feel like this is about us as a collective taking our power back. All right. And no longer needing to depend on others. Okay. In the way that we may have in the past, right? I feel like there's past patterns here that we are breaking free from. So see how this resonates with you on like an individual level. I feel like everybody has a contribution to make. Everybody's been through their own trauma and difficult experiences. And to understand that like everybody has that to deal with when they come here and have an earthly experience. But it's also about like how you choose to use that experience, right? You can continue to focus on that and let it be your narrative, or you can choose differently for yourself and remain free. I feel like, you know, she's feeling a bit confused and lack of clarity, right? Like we are not always our circumstances. We are more than our circumstances. And of course, there's this energy of wanting to, again, control and manipulate. And I have the King of Pentacles and the Devil. So yeah, this is for other people's personal benefit, right? It's like the feeding the machine, right? Like we're not meant to be here to feed the machine. So we're meant to do something different. So it's like you're unique for a reason. You're not meant to fit in. Your experiences are for your own growth and development because there's a bigger plan, and it's up to you to figure out how to put all these things together so that you see, oh, I get it. Now I know why I went through this and I learned this, that, and that. Like, you know, eventually it's for a greater plan. Okay. So it's kind of like, okay, well, what's my part in that? What's my part in that greater plan? So, you know, sometimes it's good to kind of just like write down your experiences and even the trauma stuff you've been through and be like, wow, like that's what that is. And you can kind of like connect the dots. It's quite fascinating. And then what's interesting is you end up finding and coming across people who have had similar experiences. And so there's a way to kind of like commune about it and connect with one another. And that's kind of part of the point because, you know, when you kind of like come together as one, then it kind of like creates like a whole like frequency and vibration. And, you know, it's interesting to see how people can help other people through things. And, you know, many of us are trying to do that. Maybe you're somebody who's being activated to do that now. So, interesting. Yeah, I would say Ace of Swords in the Tower. Things are meant to change, and it's meant to be for the better. But it's still up to you on how you want to invest your energy. Do you want to contribute to the chaos and the trauma and the competition and the drama? Or do you want to make better investments for yourself? It's all about your own personal growth and development. Your soul's growth and development. It's up to you to decide.